My room is a mess. That is the first thing you should know. This is my long overdue book summer video. I was supposed to do this video, I think right as school started, but I did, and I wasn't happy with the footage. I didn't like how it came across. I shot it on my bed, and you know, just artistic things happened. So here I am doing this ridiculous video for you guys a second time. Why am I doing this? Simply because I can't get excited about the idea of reading something off a screen. I am stuck with killing trees. So I have a stack of books over here. It's not in any regular order, to be honest, because I have no idea what order I read these in. So the first one I'm picking up is just like Hallmarky book. I got this from my blessing party. It's sort of like a bat mitzvah, but it's not really, because I'm not Jewish. But it's basically a coming of age sort of party thing that we did. And it's like older women passing on their knowledge to a younger woman. So that is what that is. This is really just kind of the coffee table book. Beautiful pictures, by the way. Very Hallmarky though. Very Hallmarky. Just like little things like gentle reminders to help you live to the fullest. Live life to the fullest, I should say. That's by Lance Woobles. I read through this and I thought, oh, it's gonna be like a devotional or something. No, it's not. It's not. So the very next book is a book that is like a testimonial sort of book. Sort of like a memoirs. So, it's called The Narrow Road. It's about Brother Andrew, or, well, they don't say his name, so that's okay. And it's really, the graphic artist who designed this book did so well. I mean, look at that. And it's so soft. Shut up, computer. And it's so, like, the texture, it feels like an actual weathered book, and the pages, I mean, you can't find old books that look like this. It feels so good. It basically talks about the life of Brother Andrew and other people who have done missions, and it's so good. I would definitely recommend it. It's by Brother Andrew with John and Elizabeth Sherrill. So good, so good. The Narrow Road. Stories of those who walk this road together. It's really good. I definitely recommend it. Here's a less testy book. In my opinion, that leads on to less controversy. In the end, this book, well, depends who you are. This book, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I love this book. So good. I'm still trying to get money to watch. They should make a movie out of this. I'm still trying to get money to buy the second book, Hollow City by Ransom Briggs. Amazing book. I love the pictures. Again, the graphic artists have gone all out for this. Ransom, you have great guys behind this, or girls, whoever did this. It's good. Next one is called Kiss of Night. You've seen this in a book video. This is a Christian vampire book, which they exist apparently. And it's seems strange, but it's near, it's kind of like, not quite like Twilight, but anyway, it's a really good book. It is one of 3. There are 3 books. There's Kiss of Night, Kiss of Revenge, and Kiss of Death, or might be the other way around with revenge, death and revenge. So, I don't know. I don't know. Next one I read when I was on vacation with my friend and we were going to a VBS was The Adventures of Alice in Wonderland. Now this book is a classic and I love this book and oh, so good. And Through the Looking Glass. So I had a lot of fun reading this and I understood so much reading it now because you're an adult and you get so many other, you get it so well, so much better. And that's by Lewis Carroll, which is not really his real name, if you didn't know that. Next book I read, this reflects nothing on my personal life. It was a book that was given to me and I wanted to read what it was about. This is A Miracle Girls novel by Anne Dayton and May Vanderbilt. It's called Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. This is a secondary book to the book The Miracle Girls. I had a hard time getting through this thing. It is very small. I have read books bigger than this in less time than this took me, but I made myself read it simply because I want to get rid of it. I know what it's about, so I am definitely going to pass that one on to a garage sale and call it good. Next books I got that I actually finished was Princess Mia. This is the second to last book. This is 2, 4, 6, 8. This is the 8th book in the Princess Diaries series, the one that the movie was based off. This is a lot better though. I actually quite like it. I finished this one. So good. This is by Meg Cabot. I really enjoyed it. It was just hard, you know, after a long time of not finishing the series to get this book and pick up back where I left off. And this leads me on to the next frustration of my life. This book, I read this in 2 days flat. This thing is twice as thick as the other books completely. And it's twice as big as the first 3. And this is the 10th book. And my mother purchased this for me, trying to be so nice, so sweet. And I was so, you know, it was just one of those moments where you're just like, thank you, but what do I do now moment? It's because she purchased this before the Princess Mia book, so there was a huge gap. Because, you know, the book before Princess Mia, and I think it was called Princess on the Brink. Yeah, it was Princess on the Brink. There's a big gap in between that book and Princess Forever. So I would have had to fill in the holes myself, and that would have been so weird, and I would have had no idea what was going on. So I have had that for 2 years, and I finally have finished the series after 2 long years. The last book that I'm going to show you is this book. This book is the bane of my existence. If only I could read right. I read this book and I cannot get into it. I tried to finish it. I'm still trying to finish it. And I still, you know, P.D. James, I don't know if you're trying to write like Jane. The writer of Pride and Bridges, I'm having a bad moment here. I don't know if you're trying to write like her, but you wrote freaking boring. And this is a mystery murder thing, and I still couldn't get into it. So, crap like that. Crap like that. The next book I read was actually an audiobook, and it was called One Night with a King, Hadassah. And it's by Tommy Tenney and another person. I can't remember their name. I feel horrible about that one. I think it's an Israeli name, but if you look it up, you'll see it. And it's basically a sort of how it would have been for Queen Esther, aka Hadassah, of Susa, the Princess of Persia, the Queen of Persia, actually. She never even was a princess, how it would have been for her. And it's very similar to the movie, but there are like other things in it that make so much more sense, you know. And then that leads me up to the second book, also by Tommy Tenney, of course, you know, second book. It's called Hadassah, Queen's Legacy. I'm still cracking away at that one. It's a rough book to get through, especially since I started it before the One Night with the King. But I understand it so much better now. Like, I stopped like in the middle of this book, and now I think I'm finally nearing mid-end. So, you know, and that is a book I am actually reading. The Maximum Ride series. Maximum Ride by James Patterson, the guy who wrote Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He's an amazing writer. I actually kind of was like, oh, he's so good. But Maximum Ride is, I'm not going to give too much away because like the whole premise of the book is learning what's going on. But anyway, it's about this girl named Max Ride, or Maximum Ride. And she is like an amazing girl, and she's so cool. But I really enjoyed it. I can't really go much further than that. But she has family / friends, and there's 6 of them. 6? Yeah, 6 of them. And I just am really, I'm a nerd to this series now. I have like all their other I have the next few books by the author in this series on shipping route to my library, so I am able to finish the series. And I also listened to School's Out, which is the second book of the Maximum Ride series. The next ones are, I'm sorry, I'm being really annoying. The next ones are, I believe, the ones that are coming. I want to say Final Warning is next. No, Saving the World, and then Final Warning. And I think Max is like the third, not the third, the 5th one in the series, but I could be wrong, to be honest. I'm not sure. I don't know. And then the last 2 books, we reached the last 2 books. The last 2 books I read is, this is going to sound weird. I listened to The Hobbit on audiobook, which is really interesting, and I was screaming at the tape player because, you know, it's very different from the movies, and I was capturing that. And then I have The Return of the King on audiobook, so the first book and the last book, and I was listening to those 2, so loads of fun. Hobbit and Return of the Kings by J.R.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien. So, these are my books that I've read. I haven't really been too into reading since then because as school goes on, my interest goes out the window because I am so tired of everything. But once, you know, my life settles down slight bit, I will try to pull up my book reading once more and see if we can get back on the reading wagon. I didn't know that was a thing, the reading wagon. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will make a new one in due course. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day.